sentimental moment. Cold River is where I was born, where I was raised. Everyone I know is here. I've got a lot of fond memories of this place.
Fond memories? What are you talking about? Everybody hated you. Your father, your wife, those horrible neighbors.
You're right. Let's blow this joint.
Hey guys, welcome to BehindTheMaskPresents.com video review.
This is Goose.
And I am the Riverman.
And we're here to talk to you about Problem Child 2. Very recently, in fact, it was right before this video, we did the original Problem Child, which is very near and dear to River and in my heart.
Yeah.
And as we stated in that video, this is one of the very rare sequels where it's just as good, if not even better, than the original. So, I think we should just get right into the plot. If you guys haven't seen the first review, I recommend watching that one just to, get up to speed with us because we don't like repeating ourselves.
Exactly. Check out the first one. Basically, we're back with John Ritter and his son, moving to Mortville, which Ritter is from originally. Big Ben and Ritter used to live in Mortville.
And as you can see from that first scene, he's got a lot of fond memories in that place.
Everybody hated him, supposedly.
Yeah. But, so, new start. I told you so I wasn't going to repeat myself, but basically they're there because he kind of got screwed over, the pooch, by his original wife, Flo. New town, new everything, new start. He moves into this neighborhood, and he becomes basically like the cat's meow. First of all, they live in this neighborhood where all the women are like single moms. It's really freakish.
It's a town full of single moms for some reason. I don't know.
It reminds me, it's like freaky, like Children of the Damned. It's like what's in the water in this place where all these women are single. And the first day there, they're not even moved in. They barely just walk in the door. He's got a line of women of all race, creed, age, what have you not, in line with pastries and pies and stuff. Yeah. And the first one that comes up is it's very underlined with sexuality, and we never got it as a child. At least I didn't.
She sticks her finger in the pie.
The cherry pie.
Yeah.
And does she say, like, how would you like to eat my cherry pie?
That's right.
Is she that, like, blunt about it? And you can tell John Ritter gets hard.
Oh, yeah. As Junior's, he's not all about that, though. I mean, he wants his dad to himself, let's just say that.
It's a common scenario with, a child with one parent. They want attention, and he, as River stated, wants him for himself. He initially slams the door in these women's faces, and that's just kind of where we begin. But, John Ritter's a growing man. He has needs.
Oh, yeah.
His loins are burning.
That's right.
So he goes ahead and he goes on these dates, and he starts to, like, man-horn it up. He's going on, like, a date every night. And Junior turns into, like, Kevin McAllister of Home Alone. And he's, like, setting traps, trying to foil these dates, any chance he gets. But that didn't stop him from, continuing to pursue getting honey on a stinger throughout the rest of the week.
And basically, I think the next date he ends up... Doesn't he pick up one of the MTV VJs? I think you were saying something about...
she was one of the original MTV VJs back in the glory days of Headbangers Ball, Use Your Illusion, Guns N' Roses era, Black Album, Metallica. I don't know her name, but not exactly very pretty,
She's not bad. I mean, Junior ends up rigging some like trap up where she steps on a pad of water and gets electrocuted by sticking her finger, what was it, the doorbell, and she ends up getting electrocuted.
Yeah, he rigged the doorbell and he soaked the welcome mat, and John Ritter opens the door and she's got like Bride of Frankenstein hair, and she's like, I must be getting that flu that's going around. I'm feeling very well. And then she walks away and she's been electrocuted. Yeah. And like John Ritter, God, if my date comes to the door, it looks like she was just electrified. Yeah. I would want to make sure she gets to a hospital. He just lets her walk away.
He slams the door in her face.
Whatever, what can you do?
But I don't blame John Ritter for that, because I probably would too.
We're not here to talk about every little detail of the movie. I just want to talk about one more mischievous prank that he pulled, and it's with the babysitter. It's our favorite.
It's my,
And what was the babysitter's name?
Rhoda. I'm Rhoda, your babysitter. We're going to be good friends.
That's right.
Good, sorry.
Yeah, so he goes on his third date. Was it Lawanda? I don't know. Dude, who
No, it was a... It was a first date, but
okay,
it's here nor there.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah. They're just going out to dinner. Yeah, it's the one with the Rusky, She, of course, isn't what she seems. She brings over her biker bad to the bone boyfriend. They're going to, of course, make it in, Little Ben's bed.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, you're going to be gone for an hour and a half, 2 hours dinner? Is that really enough time to bring over your biker boyfriend?
I'm sure it doesn't take him that long. I mean, he probably gets off in a matter of minutes, but...
Junior rigged it to where he hid a camera in the bedroom while they were getting frisky, and he had their whole image and what they were doing projected on the outside of their white house. So basically, they were getting it on, and the entire neighborhood had lawn seats like it was the 4th of July, eating popcorn, kids and everybody. And we're very lucky, or unlucky, depending on your preference, but the movie was PG-13, and they were like playing WrestleMania in bed. They weren't even like having any kind of sex that I've ever heard about. But, if it was real life, what if it was something freaky,
Yeah.
What if she was like, giving him a hot Carl?
Oh, God.
And, what if it like was really, really sick? Because they were doing it for like 10 minutes and they still had their clothes on. They were just like, playing Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man Randy Savage. They were like in 69 position, but not like, the one that we want to see. We were like, like the one that they do on WrestleMania.
Oh, God.
Anyway, Little Ben comes home. The date was a wreck anyway. He has a little bit of a talk with Junior, but they come to a deal because John Ritter is very understanding. Like, look, I'll make you a deal. That type of thing.
And the whole time, Junior's kind of having trouble in school. He is having trouble making friends. He meets this girl named Trixie, which is, we come to find out she's a problem child herself.
He's met his match, if not his greater.
Yeah. And he ends up getting hit with a fire hose by this crazy broad.
Which persuades him to then say, the bitch must die.
That's right. So he found somebody that he has to compete with pretty much. And he doesn't like that because, Junior, he's a badass himself. So...
I like the cherry bomb scene. What was it, the M80?
M80, yeah.
They're in the bathroom, and she lights an M80 and basically playing hot potato throws it in Junior's arms. And, he's like, you're crazy. For Junior to say that, that's something. He throws it down the toilet. Mr. Strickland from Back to the Future fame.
Yep.
I don't know his real name. Who cares? He plays his teacher, or the principal?
Yeah, teacher.
And it cuts to one of my favorite scenes in the movie where he's running down the hallway, he's holding his stomach like, get out of my way.
Playing that song, I'm a real wild one.
He's got to go to the bathroom, and as River pointed out, who actually says this in this this situation? Yeah. What does he say when he gets...
take a shit. Oh, this is going to feel so good.
This is going to feel so good.
Yeah.
And basically, the M80 works its way through the plumbing and somehow makes it into his John and blows up. He flies up in the air, and he's just relieved that he, dropped his load, I guess.
And basically he thinks he took a shit, but he didn't really know the cherry bomb went off in his ass.
But he didn't really, I guess he realized that, his bowels can shoot him 6 feet up in the air.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's what it did, but whatever.
But later in the movie we see him in a diaper, which is kind of funny.
So Junior goes to the nurse's office because he's soaked wet, and John Ritter's character gets called down to pick him up. This is where he meets the school nurse.
Maggie.
Who is Annie. That's all right, folks.
Maggie.
Play is messed up too. It's all right. Annie, played by Amy Yazbleth or Blasbleth, John Ritter's real life wife. She played Flo in the first one.
Yeah, she was Flo. She was in Flo.
She had red hair.
She had red hair.
She had red hair, and she was very ditzy and kind of uptight and high maintenance in the first one. So this one, she's very laid back, kind of plain, brunette, glasses.
Curly hair a little bit.
She's humble. And it's so convincing, the fact that, fun fact, River didn't know.
I had no idea.
I told him last night that that's the same chick, and he had no idea all this time, but it is.
Because she was such a hoity-toity bitch in the first one, and in the second one, I mean, she was just so, nice and caring and stuff. It's like two different people.
She was downright hot in the second one.
Yeah.
I kind of liked the humble, homely look. No? Okay, whatever.
Moving on.
So Big Ben has met Annie. There's clearly a chemistry right off the bat. But at the time, I'm sorry, I'm acting like you now. Little Ben met Annie, but at the time, they're one of the cougar number 3 out of the neighborhood, Lawanda. She's all uptight and up class. During all this, she sort of swooped in while he was gone, remodeled his whole house, took away the signature blue all over the place, turned it all kinds of fancy schmancy reds.
Turned it into red. She's a red bitch.
Yeah, exactly. She's real upscale, and starts dating her. His father, Big Ben, after a dime. He wants to somehow get back on top. Finds out she's worth, what, $25 million, $80 million?
He wants to stick his pinky in the pot.
Whatever, yeah, exactly. So he's pushing for little Ben to court this dame, and which he does. So when he meets Annie, it's not really on his radar because he's seeing her. Eventually, you know, it's pretty apparent Junior hates LaWanda. And actually, what started out is he didn't want him to have anybody.
Yeah.
But now it's like, you know, he meets LaWanda.
She's the worst. She's the bitch.
It's like, so it's like, man, he needs to get with Annie.
And LaWanda wants to send his ass to boarding school. That's how much she hates Junior, too.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, he ends up pulling these pranks on her, where one of the pranks, which, I don't know, I really enjoy, where he unleashes all his cockroaches in the middle of her, you know, great dinner or whatever, and they end up getting, like, stuck on her face, and they end up, you know, eating cockroaches, which is pretty funny, but...
hey, and relatable, I grew up in a trailer.
There you go. But yeah, he hates LaWanda, so he basically tries to do whatever he can to destroy LaWanda.
But by this time, him and Annie had been getting together and whatever.
Just hanging, yeah.
Hanging out, you know, they had double dates with the kids or whatever, and whatever, you know, he ditched her, found out what a slime ball she was, and chose Annie, basically. In a long shot, in a nutshell, the movie just ends happily ever after. You got
with the four of them, the two problem childs, Trixie, Junior, and then you have Annie, and you have little Ben.
Happily ever after. But I want to wrap it up by saying, and we'll go into our favorite scene of the whole movie after this, not plot crucial, so we'll say it after.
Yeah.
But, you know, LaWanda, which, by the way, I don't understand, as rich as she is, why is she acting so needy on a single dad that I don't know how he has money. You know, if he thought Big Ben was going to leave him his store and he bailed on him, how does he afford this humongous house? It's beyond me. But whatever. She's depressed that she was left at the altar by little Ben. And she's like, nobody loves me. And then Big Ben's like, of course they do.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you, yeah.
You do? And then they get married. And then there you go. Big Ben sees dollar signs. Little Ben's got, you know, his bride and blah, 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 blah. Happily ever after. That's pretty much where that is. And for the record, we're not going to be going into Problem Child 3.
Oh, Problem Child 3 sucks.
Not even relevant. This is where it ends.
No.
Thank God. But we want to talk about, before we end, our favorite scene in the movie. Like I said, not plot heavy and totally important, but it's the crazy dance scene when they go to the carnival. This is at the point in the movie where he promises to spend more time with Junior after he'd been on some dates. And they go, and there's the crazy dance ride, and Junior, upset that he doesn't quite make the height restriction of getting on, decides to take it out on the children that are there. Trixie, she gets through, even though she's like 2-3 years younger than Junior and about 3 feet shorter. She gets in because she's wearing like Kiss boots, platform shoes. You know, rubs it in his face. He takes it upon himself.
Must be hard being a little shrimpo.
Yeah. He takes it upon himself to go to the very accessible, strangely enough, controllers of the ride, and he puts it up to, what, dangerously high. Why?
Yeah, they have a dangerous setting on there.
Why not just make it to where you can't turn it up to a dangerous level?
On and off. I don't know.
I don't know, but he starts spinning this crazy dance ride out of control, and basically everybody starts vomiting, and it's just this big 5-minute montage of projectile vomiting. It looks very fake.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like the whole...
You see,
like
coming from the side of their mouth.
Yeah. But
Projectile
it's ridiculous. It goes on for 5 minutes. Everybody's just projectile, Exorcist style, Linda Blair, and then you see a big montage of everybody on the ride, even outside the ride. And our favorite is when the two parents are
puking on their kid.
The kid's in the middle, and he's got like cotton candy. There's parent 1 on one side and parent 2 on the other, and they're just like,
just hurling on their kid.
It's amazing. It's hilarious. But that's our favorite scene in the movie. You know, I think you said you liked this one even better than the first one.
I do.
You know, and I possibly do as well, but the funny thing is, I can't spit out the one-liners on this one like I can the first one.
Yeah, you know what, you can, but, I mean, I love Michael Richards in the first one. I think he makes the movie for me. But this one, just, I don't know, there's like little scenes in there. I don't think Junior's as bad of a kid as he really is in the first one. I mean, the second one, he's kind of cleaned up his act a little bit. Okay, it goes hand in hand. I would give it a 4 out of 5. I mean, I think I gave the last one 4 out of 5, but I think I like this one just a little bit more, so. Sequel, for me. River sequel.
If you know, it depends on how you look at it. For a sequel, it's like, wow, I'd give it like definitely a 4 masks out of 5 masks. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'd still give it like 3.5 to 4. It's good. It's a movie I can watch anytime, just like the first one. But regardless, if you like the first one, you'll like the second one at the very least. So definitely check it out.
Don't check out the third one. Third one sucks.
But we'll leave it there. We've ranted enough. But you know, check out our website for more video reviews like this, interviews, all kinds of reviews, music reviews. BehindTheMaskPresents.com. We're gonna scroll it right across.
There it
now.
is. That looks nice.
There it is.
BehindTheMaskPresents.com. Go check out that. Go check out the Facebook page. Go check out the Tumblr. Check out everything.
Okay. I am Goose.
And I am Riverman.
And you've been wonderful.
We'll see you guys later.
Bye.